Who's on the other end of it? Ellie?
Ryan. You want to get Ellie?
All right. So, I wrote, yabby yabby. Doing the midget every Christmas. But my favorite memory is how patient you are with your grandkids and all those trips to Palo Duro Canyon. Except for that time I had to pee and you or my dad said to get off the horse yourself. And no one would help me, and I fell onto a cactus, and that's what that book was. And I felt like Ryan summed up a lot of it as well with the Forrest Gump, and you always stepping on the air mattress. And when I was in elementary school, I looked up to you a lot when it came to roping and cowboy up and all that. So.
He wore his boots and rainbows and belt buckle.
And that belt buckle that you had given me, I still have that belt buckle.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So.
Can you? Yeah. Can you still do the midget?
Oh yeah. I forgot to read the end. Sorry. P.S. If you want me to do the midget at any time, you let me know. But I don't know. I might have to pass it down to him. Pass it down to Riley. We could have Ryan do it. But you get
take his shoes off.
Put him on.
Put it on his knees.
His arms are touching you with it?
Yeah, the little boy.
Oh, it's smaller.
Yeah.
It really looked like a midget.
And he tried to do it like in middle school or something.
Kind of doing his older.
And then it was like, it wasn't.
It was awkward.
Yeah.
Do it before.
It was just awkward.
Yeah.
Two people would do
He
it.
was too tall.
Yeah.
Dwarf.
Yeah.
Hands in the
Yeah, it's
boots.
kind of the same idea.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
they do that?
It kind of looked like that same thing.
Yeah.
She was popular about the same time.
I think I started it.
I don't know.
Where I got that.
Yeah. Where did you learn it? Because I was.
I tell you, he'd say, I'm a little midget. Yeah.
Everyone laughs at me. We're crying.
Just be rolling in the
All right, I'll read mine.
You know, I'd have him show it to everybody. Hey, I want you to
Logan, get in here.
Okay.
I would have to do it about 4 times.
My brother Gordon, he said, I remember when Logan was little that y'all came over here and you had him do that this way. Funniest thing was.
So it's like making a dog do a trick. Hey, Logan, get on your knees. Stick your arms in
Okay,
your
it's
shirt.
time to do the midget.
Yeah, Logan, load up. We're going on road.
Okay, here's mine. One of the funniest and most memorable memories I have of the Barnes family was one Christmas when Cam and I first started to date. And you guys were so sweet inviting me to come along with you to pick up a Christmas tree in town. To pick out a Christmas tree in town. But there was one problem. We had more bodies than room on the wagon. The solution? Put Holly on the donkey. That donkey ran behind the wagon and my legs stuck straight out. It's been a great ride ever since. I'm not sure how I ended up on the donkey. Yes, the family members were on the wagon.
Well, I think we were thinking Christmas, the Virgin Mary.
You were the only virgin there.
Yeah, so.
If anything gets rid of her, this will get rid of her.
Initiation.
Trial by fire.
She won't be around long.
I think Cam and I have been dating for a couple months because we met in October.
No, Brad was born in December.
December.
Well, that we met
okay.
Halloween weekend,
Okay.
and then that's when I
Okay.
first met you. Was when Brad was born.
Yeah, so we went all the way to town, didn't we?
Yeah.
You made it at least.
I was on that donkey, and that donkey was just following behind that wagon. I thought, what did I sign up for?
Did you ever pay for that?
Yeah.
I think y'all should have paid me.
I think you made it. You made it.
See, so what Karen and I were saying that if she makes it, he can marry her.
You made at least 2 miles further than the girlfriend before you.
At least 8 seconds.
I don't think I rode. I think I was on the wagon on the way back. I'm not sure who rode the donkey on the way
Moving on up.
Y'all found room for me.
Yeah. Let her in.
Yeah.
We got another seat here.
We'll stop at the cement pond on the way back. Woo!
Cam, you remember that time we had that team of mules on that wagon and we was going down that road and we seen that big storm
Yeah.
coming? I said,
We're like,
oh,
holy
wow.
We're
We
like,
took
we're
off
gonna-
running. We went straight up that hill with
we
that
did
wagon.
the canyon. I took our cake list.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, right by his house. Remember,
Yeah,
we
we
like-
flew up that hill and we made it home and it
Wagon
was
behind
hailing and raining. And,
We're like, yeah.
yeah, that's funny.
All right, Uncle Darren.
Okay. Well, this one, all my friends being in this weekend, I vividly remember and have old friends still tell me how they remember my dad coaching our Kids Inc. Football team. Learned to do football type activities. The grabbing, we were talking about this the other day, the grabbing of the helmet and lifting us up off the ground and shaking us, telling us, "You stupid little, you don't do that." Will probably not pass in today's society. You'd probably be arrested for it. But your time and effort was a great memory for each and every one of us, and that's all they can remember, a bunch of them. One of so many times growing up, I got to experience many different things. I loved that my dad was a pioneer in the tech geek field. You may not realize it at the time. You don't think you know much about technology, but we had a head start in technology with a satellite dish. We were way ahead of your time.
Where's one of the rich Mexicans?
We were, some kids had cable, but we were able to watch Mexican bullfights. We had the wide world of knowledge that was open, and it helped me to see the possibilities of cool technology. So that kind of helped me in life. Some may think it's a burden or a pain in the butt to try to leave anywhere when your dad knows absolutely freaking everyone. I always thought of that as a badge of honor that so many people wanted to talk to or know my dad, because he's an inspiration to many and a true hero to me. And it was always hell trying to just ever leave. Is Dad coming?
Now you know how I feel.
We come right on it. So, whenever I was playing sports as a youth, I can remember all, or it seems like all to me, the games that I could look up in the stands and always see both of y'all there, whether we're at home or away. Somehow you always managed to at least be there for me. A greater role model didn't exist in the world. The time, the love, the adventure, the humor, and discipline was always given, though it wasn't always wanted. Trips to many exotic places and a whole bunch of fairgrounds were experienced. And the one thing that I really remember is the line of kids waiting for Mr. Barnes to finish up for the day at the horse show so that he could go to the carnival and win everybody prizes. Because you had all the games figured out. A real cowboy experience is nothing to take lightly. When going to the mountains with mules, men, and tortillas, the good times are sure to follow. Pitching rocks into a cup around the campfire, bathing in a freezing cold creek, sleeping in a horse trailer with a big fat man that keeps snoring and farting. That wasn't Dad.
That's Fat Boy.
That was Fat Boy. Chasing down the runaway mules, or betting to see if your brother gets knocked off his mule by a tree while he's that's something that I'll never be forgotten.
No, we didn't bet. We were just waiting.
Stupid smart mule. It would have been good though if you would have gone off.
Yeah.